Welcome back, everybody, to the Colorado Rockies franchise, here in the 5th season, where it looks like we might be having our best season. And a big reason why is because of our current MVP candidate, Rafael Devers. He has a 2.2 WAR, and we're 20 games into the season. It's been an unreal start for one of our best players. And this team has a chance, I believe, to actually compete for the NL West title. We will continue their season today, but we're also going to talk a little bit about the AAA team that's playing really poorly to start the season. I was hyping them up back in the spring, and they're 3-11 right now. The pitching has been pretty weak, especially out of that rotation that I thought was going to be a lot better. But I do want to take us down to AAA to talk about Michael Moreno later in the video. Let's return to the Rockies, who are currently on a 6-game winning streak. We just had a really successful road trip, and it continues with an 11-2 win over the Miami Marlins, getting home runs from Reynolds, Devers, yes again, and Xavier Edwards, who's hitting the ball really well again this year. This is our chance to sweep Miami after our road sweep of the Brewers. To be 16-5 at this point, a lot of things have to be going well. We've talked about Rafael Devers, but we've also been a really good pitching team early in the season, and Jake DeGrom is a big reason why, and he's going to make the start today. We'll talk about how well he's been playing as we face a really good starting pitcher. It's Jose Barrios, who's off to a strong start to the season. And Brandon Nimmo will get us started here. 0-2 in the first inning. This is going to left center, and Nimmo drops a single in with the 0-2 slurve. That brings up Trey Turner. He's ahead 2-0, and that's crushed deep to left field. It's got carry. It's out of reach and off the wall. Turner speeding into second. 2 in scoring position quickly for the Rockies as they look to strike early. With how well Devers has started the year, I've considered moving him to the 3 spot and having Geronimo hit cleanup. Here's Devers, though, with 1 down. And Barrios not exactly attacking the strike zone against the top hitter in the National League. And this turns into a very quick walk, loading the bases for Ty France, still just 1 away. This one is in the air to right center field. Should be deep enough, and Nimmo tags. And Turner will make his way to third base. It's 1-0 Colorado. Always nice to get that first inning run. Rockies hoping they're not finished here as a strike is called top of the zone. Reynolds ahead 3-1 and out in front. Count evened. Devers leaves early and chasing the slurve up and in. Barrios gets out of the inning. Could have been a lot worse than that. But we get to turn this lead over to a pitcher who doesn't require much more than a 1-0 lead with how he's thrown the ball this season. It's special stuff, man. .87 whip, 30 innings, and under a 1 ERA. The only negative he's had this year is an elevated number of walks, but he's been elite overall. Quickly 1 down with the jammed pop-up. And here's one of the newest Marlins. They brought over Matt Olson. And 3-2 count from DeGrom. The fastball fouled off. And even with some really good pitches, Olson not going to strike out quickly. DeGrom's really going to have to earn it. And ultimately, Olson's patience draws him first base. That's a pretty exceptional at-bat. There were some really good pitches. Franchy Cordero is next, and he falls behind. 0-2. Got him swinging. Nunez, the throw to first in time. Just another 0 for Jake DeGrom. Nothing new. Let's go top of the second inning, leading off Dom Nunez. That is crushed to right field. A high arcing drive, looking up, and this is in the upper deck. Dom Nunez, number 3 on the season. Who would have thought, back in the beginning of this series, that out of all the offensive players the Rockies had, and there were some high potential players, but the best long-term has been Dom Nunez. I flipped this roster upside down, but we have kept Dom the entire time. Here's Josh Fuentes, former Rocky third baseman. 1-2 from DeGrom, and he will chase the slider low. Strikeout number 2 for DeGrom. That is 40 on the season. So Barrios gave up the 2 early runs, but the slurve is really the key for him. If the slurve is working, everything else works off of it, because it's a nasty pitch that just is different from what you see from other pitchers. Early on, it looks like Barrios might get into a lot of trouble, but he settled in after that second inning, after the home run from Nunez. Third inning here, Devers pops up the fastball. He got one very hittable with the 2-0 count. But that is a pop-up for the catcher. And we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. One player who's developed really well for the Marlins in this series is Jerar Encarnacion. Here in the third inning, this is going to right center field, and that'll be the Marlins' first hit. And trying to make it an extra base hit. That's a double to lead off the third for Miami. 7th on the year for Encarnacion. Now, Jose Barrios trying to bunt him over, so not making it easy. Breaking pitches, we get him behind in the count, 0-2. One more, and that's a strikeout. But DeGrom has it run inside, just gets away from him, and Barrios ends up with the hit by pitch. Hernandez next puts down a good bunt, and Barrios and Encarnacion advance. Almost got there too, almost bunted for a hit. That brings up Jose Devers with 2 in scoring position. Into shallow left, Geronimo comes in to make the catch. And DeGrom still has a chance to leave this inning, not allowing a run. But Matt Olson is up next. Big chance for him. Chasing that fastball inside, clocked at 100. 2-2. That's low. Olson drew the walk back earlier in the game, and will do so again. No need to give him a fastball in the zone with first base open. We'll try our luck here against Franchy Cordero, and again, the control for DeGrom is a problem. 3-0, nowhere to put him. That's a fastball in there. Trying to battle back, 3-1. Fouled off. And we have a full count. Runners can leave early. Struck him out. DeGrom battles back, and that's another 0. It's incredible how he's pitched around all the walks this year. The free passes haven't come back to hurt him. Top 4. France gets under one. A high drive to left field, and he just missed. Slurve left up. You gotta capitalize on that. We go bottom 4. Jake DeGrom, full count, missing high again. It's been almost every start the walks have been an issue. But hits, not so much. Runner takes off. Dom Nunez throws him out at second base. We haven't seen many successfully steal on Dom Nunez. Alfaro 3-2 takes the fastball outside, and that's another DeGrom walk. Encarnacion up again. He doubled earlier, but he chases this fastball way inside. Another wild swing, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Struck him out. That goes up to 1-0-1. DeGrom through 4. Again, scoreless. Still a close game, though. Rockies offense sputtering here in the middle innings, with Barrios finding his groove. There's the slider once again, or the slurve, rather. A pitch that just has wicked movement, and it's different from other sliders you will see. It's a really good pitch, and it helped him settle down this offense. Here's a hit into shallow center field that's going to land in front of Reynolds as he knocks it down. Marlins get the base runner again. Now Jose Devers lines one the other way, and Miami has 2 aboard. Matt Olson's chance again, and he's late on the fastball. This count 2-2. Blocked by Nunez. Runners take off, and at third base, he's thrown out. You gotta stop trying that. Dom Nunez again scores an out. from his catcher position. And Olsen chases low and away. Nunez to first, and that's the 5th. We always find a way when base runners reach against DeGrom. To the 6th inning we go. Devers 0 for 1 with a walk. Already a couple home runs here in Miami. Full count from Jose Barrios. And that is outside. It's such a different season for Devers compared to what he was able to do a year ago. And France walks after him. Could be reaching the end of the day here for Jose Barrios. Reynolds in the air. This is out to right center field. And getting out there, the catch is made on the track as Devers will work his way to third base. And here is Xavier Edwards. 2 down here and a good changeup low and away. 0-1. Another fastball in about that same spot. And we have a 2-strike count. Chopper over to first. Barrios pitches around the walks. He's keeping the Marlins in the game. But they've got to find a way to generate some offense. 1 down here in the 6th. And Fuentes taps one over to third base. That's a routine play. 2 down. Jorge Alfaro. This with a runner on first base. Curveball is over from DeGrom. He's ahead 1-2. Got him with the fastball. And DeGrom again goes 6 scoreless for the Rockies. Another great start for Jake DeGrom, building his Cy Young case here early. Here's a drive from Trey Turner out to deep center. And getting out there on the warning track. The catch is made. We looked like we might have a nice offensive day early on, but it's just not carrying into the later innings. Encarnacion has hit the ball as well as anybody against DeGrom, but he's fallen behind again. And that's a strike 3 looking. DeGrom drops in the curveball for his 8th strikeout of the day. Back to the top of the order. Hernandez can't handle the inside fastball. And 1-2, it's popped up behind third base. Over is Trey with time to spare. 7 scoreless. We love some insurance runs at this point. Still 2-0, a chopper back over the pitcher's mound. And the shortstop is able to make a nice play to retire David Geronimo, whose quiet start continues. Devers on the ground. That'll find its way into left center field. Last year, he was really just a power hitter. And this year, he can do it all. 12-game hitting streak now for Rafael Devers. Now Reynolds lines one to short. Nice catch. And it's still 2-0 with us finally going to the bullpen. Taylor Rogers has played really well. We're here to face 3 lefties in the inning. But we also make a defensive substitution with this being a close game. And Zach Veen takes over in left field. Jose Devers sends one to right center. And that's getting down. Extra bases for Miami as Reynolds can't cut it off. He will make his way around second. And that's a leadoff triple. Just what Miami needed here without DeGrom in the game. Matt Olson takes the sinker low. 2-2 outside. Full count, big pitch to Olson. He missed again. And the tying run for the Marlins is now standing at first base. Here's Franchy Cordero, 0 for 3 on the day. Runners at the corners. Strike in there with the sinker. Rogers, the 0-1. Into shallow left center. In comes Veen. And he makes a tough catch, tumbling to the ground. Devers tags from third, and the Marlins are on the board. Jose Devers, by the way, the cousin of Rafael Devers. But how about this situation for Veen being put into the game as a defensive sub, and he's put into a spot to make a pretty key play there. But the Marlins are now on the board. Fuentes, runner on first, there's a sinker, and he's fallen behind. 0-2 on the ground to Devers, got the out at second, double play. Miami gets one back, but the Rockies will carry this lead into the 9th, where they hope to maybe add on that run back. Here is Josh Bell 3-2 count, 2 away. And that misses outside. Josh Bell's been very good this year coming off the bench. We pinch run for him. Trying to see what Nimmo can do, and he's fooled by the cutter. Strike 3. So it's a 1-run lead that we hand off to Sir Anthony Dominguez. He's 7 for 8 this year, giving up concerningly high batting averages while inconsistently finding the strike zone. Adolis Garcia takes a 5-pitch walk to lead off the inning. The tying run is aboard. Brian Anderson's hitting .342, and there goes the runner on to second, and Dom got him again! Why are they running on Dom Nunez? I can't figure it out. He has gotten 3 outs for us today. And he's also provided half our runs. 1 down, base is empty. And that misses. 3-2 to Brian Anderson. Come on, ball 4. That was actually a good 3-2 pitch. Gerard. Encarnacion looks at a fastball way up, and Dominguez falls behind. 3-0. There's a strike clipping the outside, but you can tell that's a changeup up there. You don't want that. But that is hit into right field, and Nimmo is over to make the catch. 2 down. Dominguez just needs 1 more. Anthony Siegler comes off the bench for the Marlins. Just out in front, he got a pitch to hit and belted it foul. On the ground, right at Devers, and that is your ball game. A tight 2-1 victory for the Rockies in what was a very fun game. The Marlins stayed in it after Jose Barrios turned his day around, but the phenomenal pitching continues, and maybe at some point these walks actually catch up to DeGrom, but so far they haven't. He just pitches around him, strikes out plenty of batters. 7 scoreless again for Jake DeGrom. It's something we've never really seen in this series. The Rockies have now won 8 straight games on the road and return home to take on the San Francisco Giants. We jump into this game, bottom 9, tied up. That's a base hit, David Geronimo. 2 on with nobody down. We're trying to make it 9 in a row. Rafael Devers popped up over at third base. A huge out for San Francisco. One might say a giant out. Ty France is next. 2-2. Got him with the changeup. What a pitch. San Francisco trying to force extras. Brandon Nimmo chasing the slider. He is down on strikes. Garcia forces extras. And here's Lucas Sims. He's been solid this year, but early on having trouble getting a strike. And does not get the call on the corner. 2 on here for San Francisco. Breaking ball, back up the middle. That's a base hit. And a run will score for the Giants. They lead 6-5. Later in the inning, 2 on, 2 down. That's a line drive into right field, and Nimmo is over to make the catch. But the Rockies have to at least get 1 back here. Johnny Schaefer's in the game. That is a strike called at the knees. And the count runs full. Got him with the changeup, and Schaefer strikes out. Nick Solak, who hits lefties well, is next. And this is in the air to left center, but he just missed. He was underneath it. We cannot advance Nimmo, and now 2 away. Gotta get a hit. Edwards fouls off the slider left up. Fouled off by Edwards. He's down to his last strike. 1-2. Cold strike 3 at the knees. And that ends the Rockies' winning streak. Giants take it in extra innings. Not a very good couple of innings of hitting there. But we do have our win streak snapped. I have no idea why it says Zach Veen gets the loss. I don't think he threw any pitches, but it gets weird here in critical situations. That's the only thing. But hey, we bounced back the next day with 11 runs. 18-6 now on the year. No big deal, just 8 runs off of Shane Bieber. Overall, you just have to love the team we've constructed and the way we're playing this year. It's just such complete baseball. But I did want to start to bring in some minor league content into the episodes. And Michael Moreno is the player I want to feature today. 98 potential, highest in the organization, and one of our first round picks that I'm really excited about in this series. Moreno had an up and down year at AA a year ago and worked his way up to 68 overall, where he is right now. And I wanted him to pitch at AAA. I just thought that would be better for his development. And I believe as long as he's pitching fairly well, that will be the case. But he's struggled here early in the season, as have all of our pitchers seemingly here at Albuquerque. If you saw the ratings earlier, the control from Moreno is a work in progress. It's the slider that he has the best control of right now. So there's a heavy dose of sliders, especially with 2 strikes. The core pitching ratings aren't all that high right now. If you look at hit per 9, K per 9, and walk per 9, they're all between 56 and 60. A 50 home run per 9 is also going to lead to some inconsistency from him as well. But he throws mid to high 90s fastball, has 83 break, does get some movement on his fastball. There's the 2-seamer picking up a strikeout. And of course that slider that I think will end up being his main out pitch. 73 stamina is a little bit low, but if he ends up being really effective, I don't think it'll be a big problem. But I just don't see him being elite in that department. And overall he throws a 4-seamer at 96, a 2-seamer at 92, that slider at 89, and then the changeup at 84. Here, 2 on, 2 down, and he missed with the slider. Tried to throw it low and away, instead right over the plate, and then right over the fence. 3-run homer. Those are going to be the growing pains here for Moreno, and we'll see if he's able to get it under control at all at AAA, or if he needs more time at AA. I'll probably give him like 10 starts or so before making a decision on that, but no rush with Moreno. He is 21 years old. He's only pitched professionally for us once, and that was last year at AA. So there's plenty of time for him. But certainly, you look at how I've constructed this team, and I've had to go outside the organization for so much of the pitching. Nice play there at short, by the way. 1 second, I'll come back to that thought. That's a Dale Amador. I think he's going to be a star for us in due time. I love what I've seen from him in this series. But I've had to go outside the organization for so much pitching. And I wanted to bring in a prospect like Michael Moreno because we can't just constantly pay all the high-priced free agent pitchers. I mean, if we want to extend Devers after this year, it's only going to make things more challenging. So you want to be able to develop some pitchers. And Moreno's the guy that we're hoping can take over one of those spots high in the rotation, 1 through 3. Now, overall, this was not a great day for him, but only gave up 1 run-producing hit. One thing I noticed, and you can see here in the pitcher analysis, he's not missing a lot of bats right now. There were not a lot of swinging strikes. And the control is obviously pretty hit or miss, but in this entire outing, 6 swings and misses. There's no way around that lower K per 9 rating, it seems. And I've noticed that with other pitchers like Mickey Littlefield. But we're just going to hope that he can string together some good starts and raise those ratings, and we'll see the growth over time. I wouldn't expect him to be at the big leagues next season. I would think 2 years at the earliest is his timetable, possibly longer. But we end today's episode still with the Rockies playing great baseball and Rafael Devers. I can't get over this start. I mean, you look at any series on this channel, a player starting this hot, I don't think we've seen anything like it. I do want to make a change here, though. I think we should get Josh Bell into the starting lineup a bit more against righties. So he will be taking some playing time then from Nick Solak, because we can move Ty France over to second base and Bell plays first, Devers to third. We can make it work that way, and I think that makes our offense honestly even better. Not that we need to be a lot better, but hey, we got to get Josh Bell out there. This is an elite team right now, and hopefully they can stay this way. Hope you enjoyed the episode, everybody. Please leave a like if you did, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your thoughts down below on the Rockies' big win today over Miami, Michael Moreno, and our chances of being a team that makes a deep playoff run. Have a great day, and I will see you all next time.